looks fairly complicated, and it looks like it should be a difficult topic. It's not. It's pretty much exactly like yesterday. So when we did the, I erased them. When we did the derivatives of bases other than e and logarithms of bases other than e, they're easy to do even though the answers look terrible. These are going to be pretty much the exact same thing. So we've got a formula for a derivative. I put the three of them on the whiteboard that we need to know. You don't need to know all six of them. Do I need to go, do you guys need a reminder as what inverse trig functions are? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you did do it in geometry, yeah. Sine of pi 6 is 1/2. The inverse sine function just does reverse inflate. Instead of you being given the angle and your goal is to find the ratio, you're going to be given the ratio and then find what angle that ratio came from. So those are inverse trig functions. The portion that I actually find kind of annoying, even though I get why they do it, there's two notations that mean the exact same thing. And it kind of just depends on the textbook you use. Our packets switch between both notations. And on the AP test, they switch between both notations. So arc sine and then sine to the -1 are the same thing. These two things mean identical. I don't know. I actually prefer this notation because then you won't get confused thinking that's a power. Because like we have other trig functions where you write a power there. So I get why they don't want to use the -1 notation. But these mean the same thing. Our goal in this unit is to find the derivative. So we're trying to find how fast this information changes. You only need to know 3 of them for the AP test. So there is 6 of them. You only need to know 3 of them. You don't have your packets open. Like this is obvious things. Hi, thanks. That does remind me I should take attendance. On the AP test, I have only personally seen 2 of them on the test. Arc sine and arc tangent are the only 2 I've ever seen on the AP test. Theoretically, all 3 of these are options. So I think your notes have all 6 of them, if I remember right. Don't look at page 1 of your notes, FYI. That's not what. Yeah. So your notes have all 6. You don't need to know all 6 of them. I mean, I guess maybe you shouldn't cross it out. I don't know. But either way, I'm not going to give you any of those 3. And in fact, I always forget her name. The lady that made these notes. Jean S. Yes. She knows that these are the only 3 that get used because if you look at the homework only has these 3 in the homework. So the secondary functions aren't part of the homework. They're part of the notes for whatever reason, but they're not part of the homework. Okay, let's do A together. Give me a number. Yeah. 1. Help me start. Yeah.
I'm not 1.
You're 2. Close enough. I didn't feel like taking the time to go get a different number. Oh, we're starting A. So we're doing inverse sine of 5x. Our goal is to find the derivative. And to find the derivative, we essentially just use that formula. I'll write it up here generic first if that helps. Main thing you have to identify is what's, oh, that was unintentional fun. What is u?
Would it be 5 over 1 minus 5x squared?
Close. So 5x is what u is going to represent. The 5 you said on the top was perfect. And then if I remember correct, I think you said 5x squared.
Yeah.
So the 5x would be in parentheses squared. So it would turn into 25x squared.
Okay.
But that's it. That's the whole derivative. So these derivatives are not difficult to find. They are not great looking, and they're not great to use. So like if we have to find the equation of a tangent line, we would have to like plug a number in there and get an answer. So they're not great to use. But the derivative itself is easy to find, and that's 90% of the time all you're going to be doing on the AP test. I don't think I've ever seen one of these questions given in that being asked to find a tangent line. Well, you want to give me a number? I just don't feel like getting out the finger roll.
6.
Were you volunteering?
No.
You're not 6?
I am.
You 100% volunteered yourself. You can't like pick somebody else. Okay, B. Inverse tan of root 2x plus 1. Yeah, if you want to just read it directly off the whiteboard, that works too. Otherwise, it's on your paper. I wasn't expecting to have it done. So identify what is u first.
Square root of 2x plus 1.
Okay.
I'm assuming power. Right? Because then you have to do the prime of that, and I just pulled out the 1/2 in your power rule.
Got it. I didn't know what you were trying to say. So you're doing the u prime on top currently.
Yep.
You're doing it on paper.
1/2 multiplied by 2x plus 1 plus sub that to.
Close.
Sorry, -1. I meant to do that.
Yep.
I did.
What's on the bottom?
And then it's over that'd be 1 plus u squared, which is 2x plus 1.
Good.
Squared 2x plus 1, which is just 2x plus 1.
Yes. Good. Okay, give me another number.
I pick.
I see your Chromebook is being used,
Sorry, I
huh?
pick 5.
No, just give me a table number for crying out loud. You're not picking somebody else you're sitting by. Okay.
30.
8.
30.
8.
I said 30.
I'm 38.
There's only 9 tables.
Oh, that's not good.
Table number 8. So not a single person. You guys can, what I was hoping was, could you give me the multiple choice answer for that, for problem B? This wouldn't be the answer that would be listed. Did you just say 1/2, like the whole, like that's it?
Girl, what? How did you get that?
I agree. How'd you get that?
Because I'm canceling everything. Right, I was right? No.
I don't know. I haven't done it yet.
It's not multiplied, that's, plus. Well, so what I did is I multiplied the 1.5 times the 2.
Good.
So then you get 1.
Those are out. Yep.
Yep, and then the, wait a second. Yeah, because that's not multiplied. I got rid of my -1/2 power.
Oh.
Maybe if 1/2 power would be the square. Yeah. Should be 2 over.
Okay.
Oh, now I got it.
So, correct, the 1/2 and the 2 cancel out. Why are so many people sitting there talking to friends?
Just do a pause.
Yeah, I can't even hear people answering. Okay, I couldn't hear what you were saying, and I still can't. I can tell.
So we got rid of the 1/2 and the 2 by alternative.
That part was good.
And then the 1 on the bottom plus the 2x plus 1 can be simplified into the 2x plus 2.
Good.
And then because you have the 2x plus 1 to the negative power, then it goes to the bottom, and then the half power changes to a square.
Good. One other possibility is this 2 that's inside the 2x plus 2 may be factored out, and they may write it as 2 times x plus 1, but it just depends on who would write your question. But otherwise, that would be one of the answers, yeah.
Would we have to factor that out on like a test? Or-
No. So basically, your goal is to simplify as much as you can and make it as clean as you can. Now, whether that 2 gets factored out isn't gonna make it simpler, it's just kind of like a different version of the answer. So your goal is generally always just to simplify it as much as you can.
So in where it says like the first time you wrote y prime there, what happened to the square root on the bottom?
So the formula itself is 1 plus u squared.
Oh, this is tangent. My bad.
Yes.
I wrote it bad.
Oh, you did like sine or cosine?
Yeah. So yeah. there.
Oh, gotcha, yeah, that one's, it's not in that one. Okay, put the laptop away.
Keep like changing those until we turn it back down.
Why does it keep getting open? Okay, I would like you guys to take a look at these
You should do 4 tables, those 4 tables, each one.
I'm borderline getting annoyed. If you don't want to learn it yourself personally, fine, but be quiet, so others can. I wanted to know if you guys wanted any of these other 4 to be done. So if you look at any of those 4, do they look confusing to you compared to the first 2? That we should do one of these 4. Otherwise, I was gonna go to the next page. F. Okay, sine inverse e to the x. So derivative of arc sine is u prime over root 1 minus u squared. So I kind of can immediately start filling parts in. E to the x is what my u would be. So u prime, still e to the x, square root 1 minus u squared, e to the x squared would be e to the 2x. And then that doesn't simplify, or nothing can be done. So that would be the answer. I know there was one question on the next page on finding a tangent line. I figured we should probably do that, because that's about the only other thing that could make these more difficult. Otherwise, every single one of these, you just use the formula you're given to put info in. Yeah, 3.
So the 2 is just on this x squared.
No, table 5. Okay, table 5. I was hoping you guys could go up there and start this problem, not that you gotta do the whole problem. What's the first thing we have to do to start this problem? Tangent line. What 2 things do we need for a tangent line? Point and slope, good. So, somebody from table 5, let's write out that info. And we're already given a point, so we have half of it. So point and slope, and yes, we were just directly told a point. And then slope. Okay, so before you guys go sit down, Because honestly, knowing that info is actually a majority of where most people get stuck, is knowing what two things you need to find for tangent line. If we weren't given the point, and if we were just given x equals 2, how would we have figured out the pi fourths portion
Just plug 2 in for x.
into the original function? Yes. Because those are the only two ways you can be given it. You can either be given the point or given the x value. And if you're just given the x value, you put it into the original function to get the point. Perfect. Which table should go?
Table 6.
Okay. Were you trying to pick that back table?
I think he was trying
Wait,
to.
what?
Yeah, you can't count right. Yeah, that's 4.
Oh, that's a 4?
He can change his answer.
What? He picked 6. Okay, table 6. Our goal here is to find the slope. So I was hoping your table could find the slope, but then another table will find the actual tangent line equation. Did you guys just all volunteer one person? Or what's the hesitancy? Like,
I just don't want to stand up. Quotient rule for U prime.
No. So x over 2 can be thought of as 1/2 x. So you wouldn't need to use the quotient rule.
So just be
Yeah, you could use quotient rule and it would still get the same answer at the end, but you wouldn't need to. Are we worried we're gonna get the derivative wrong?
No, I just want to add.
Do we have to simplify it?
You do not have to simplify it because we're gonna put a number in to get a slope answer.
I think it's. Oh, yes. You're right. We're at this
Okay,
square
now,
root.
close.
Wait.
So you found the derivative, but that's not the slope number that we need for the tangent line. So then what do we put in place of x? 2. So x equals 2 was chosen because it actually works the easiest for this problem by far. One half? I know, I was just I was getting you going because you looked hesitant. Oh, I have no idea. I didn't do that in my head. Okay, so we got 1/2 over 1 plus 1 squared, 1/2 divided by 2, 1/4. Yeah. Okay, good.
We're excused to like leave. Yeah, we have like a bus. I can like show you the email. I can like show my email.
You're skipping class.
I'm not skipping. I actually have like a commitment.
I've only been in this class like 2 days for the past 3 weeks. Good luck. Yep. Yeah, it actually said you were gonna be gone ahead of time.
Yeah.
I just forgot. I would've called on you guys ahead of time. Hi. What? Oh, yeah, I know, the computer said so. What table's gonna go and write the equation of the tangent line? We only have a couple tables left. You do?
Yeah. Check the computer.
I can't, monitor's not on.
Okay. Can you input my 3.3 homework then? Or should I just take a
3-3, like from last trimester?
Wait, oh, 3-4. Or should I just take a picture?
Either or.
Okay.
Table 7, that was a lot of discussion. Table 7. Oh, gotcha. Okay, now everybody else basically found out all the info you need to use, and so your goal is just to write it in the tangent line equation. Go ahead. if you have a question, you can ask.
Yes,
Did she forget her lunch?
but she just went and got it before class. She literally went to the office to go pick it up, and she was like, "Tell Mr. McLeod if he's not in here."
Do you have your phone on you?
Yeah, you want me to text her?
Yeah, it'd probably be a good plan, because otherwise she's about to take off.
Yeah, can I call her?
Probably a better idea.
If you want, you can. I'll pretend that. Okay, table 4. How do we feel about that answer? It's good? So we feel like you had the same answer. And it's correct. Well, sure is kind of that's a non-committal answer there. So you guys got the same answer, so you're thinking it's correct. Okay, good. That is correct. This one was specifically set up and chosen so that the answer wasn't that bad. Normally, the slope answer would be pretty terrible, and the point would also generally be semi-terrible. It's just kind of how they go. You are generally only going to have to find the derivative for inverse trig functions. Okay, that's the whole section. Every single question in the homework, which FYI, the homework I think was only 12 questions or something, is sine, cosine, tangent. And in reality, this homework, I wouldn't be shocked if you're done with it in a half hour. I put the due date for this homework to be Tuesday night. So if you look at the calendar on the back wall, I just officially declared the test to be Wednesday. The homework for 3.4 is due Sunday. The homework for 3.5 I made due Tuesday. Don't worry, nobody heard you come in and leave. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, question? Foster, you got a question?
Yeah. Is the test all of unit 3 or just the?
Good question. We are undecided if the test is all of Unit 3 or just 3, 4, 3, 5.
You told us yesterday it was 3, 4, 3, 5.
She changed her mind.
We are undecided if the test is all of Unit 3 or 3, 4, 3, 5.
It should be only 3, it should be 3, 4, 3, because we took a test on 3, 1.
I am so glad you guys feel like you have an input. I will let you know as soon as I write the test.
So that's like a day.
Can it be 3, 4, 3, 5?
Again, I'm glad you guys feel like you have an input in this decision. I'll let you know when I decide.
It's like, why would we take another test when we already taken the test?